just need to stop. Everybody, stop. Everybody, you don't get your fucking ass off the news, bitch. Ass off the news, bitch. Y'all kittens and shit. Hang one of y'all motherfucking cats. Put that FN on one of y'all motherfucking dogs. I bet that Rottweiler can't take that FN. I bet you that bitch gonna buck. Dog smoke, straight up. Dog smoke. I'm passing by your house. Nigga, you won't smoke with me, nigga. I don't want no smoke. I won't kill your dog. I won't get that Yorkie. I won't get that bullet pit bull. He gonna come to the gate for that Krispy Kreme donut. Some Blue Stone chicken.
One of my partners, and they was making fun of me because I had wanted to start rapping. And he like, "What's up, BoosieBadazz?" And when he said it, everybody fell out laughing. And I said, "You know what? I'm doing it." So that's how BoosieBadazz came about. My partner Pete, we cracking a joke about it. You know, it wasn't nothing to try to offend nobody or nothing like that or to come up. It was like I had did it because I had wanted to. I always think about marketing. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd be an easy way to catch people's ear, and it worked. It did. You know what I'm saying? I did it. I took Boosie's album cover, took him all, put me on it, and I did it. But once you listen to the album, I had no diss. It wasn't a diss record. It just was something I wanted to just be different, be exclusive, you know. A lot of people took it the wrong way. A lot of people understood what I was doing, and they commended me for it. And the music spoke for itself.
Okay, so going into that, what separates you from the Boosies and the Foxes and?
Yeah, well, I'm just a street nigga trying to convince you I can rap. You know, the streets really vouch for me. They really support me. I did everything really like the old-fashioned way. I got out in the streets and my grind.
I'm super polite in public. I don't have no problem. Not like now, if you just won't.
What they do is the boy J to the Reed. We here with it right now, guys. So Kevin Gates and Boosie. Why Kevin Gates and Boosie would never do no music together? Why there is a static between them? This is my humble opinion, guys. Everything I'm saying right now is just my opinion. These are the nuances that I discovered along the years. Do not take anything as I'm saying as facts. These are opinions and what's been recorded and reported. Let's continue. So it was Bad Blood first reported between the pair back in 2009 when an affiliate of Gates named Nupsy was murdered. Rumors suggest Boosie had ordered a hit on him and was found innocent of those charges. So who was Nupsy? Nupsy was an enemy that was beefing with Boosie. Kevin Gates and Nupsy was tight. They was close together. And they actually did a record together, Kevin Gates and Boosie too. They actually did a record together. It wasn't that good. It didn't get enough traction. They didn't get enough traction. The two Baton Rouge native, the Louisiana Kings right there. Yeah. He actually dissed Boosie. Nupsy, he got to call himself BoosieBadazz. He actually dissed Lil Boosie. And actually, you know, Boosie had a quote one time. He said, you know, for the most part, you know, people who make this song in Louisiana end up dead. It was reportedly recorded by Marlo Mike. This was the guy who was doing hits for Boosie, allegedly doing hits for Boosie, allegedly. He's incarcerated right now. They got a record together. The song is called "Get It in the Way." Get it in the way. Get in the way. Kevin Gates, you know, is actually like 5 years younger than Boosie, like 37. You know, Boosie's like what 42 years of age. So there's a 5-year age gap right here. You know, definitely on the come up. You know, Boosie got a song called "Get Your Mind Right," which references the Baton Rouge rapper Christopher Nupsy Jackson as being an explicit word, which is someone who's soft. Don't expect him to say either. The leader rapper sat down with Exhale about Bupac. He was talking about the album Bupac. And Boosie quoted, "People are talking about why I'm dissing a dead rapper, but when my boy got killed, they diss him. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I was just saying, get your mind right, even though he's going to rest in peace. I still feel like he was a pussy for what he was doing as far as hating on me and what I've been doing. People talking on the wrong, but my boy was killed when he's the same rapper who made songs about my boy. We didn't take it any kind of way. I basically said what I said. I don't regret what I said at all. That's how I feel, and that's how I feel always. If he was alive, anybody else, I would still say you a pussy. A pussy. So Boosie was initially implicated in the shooting death of Nussie after he was shot and killed in Baton Rouge in 2009. Michael Loden originally gave his statement indicating Boosie paid for a hit on Nussie, but later recanted, which left the badass rapper in the clear. So Marlo Mike, he reneged, saying that Boosie paid for the hit because he was threatening for his life. Yes, threatening for his life, guys. He did not want to play with Badass. Badass said, "You play with me, your whole family die." Goddamn, he is nothing to play with. Torrance Hatchett. Loudon is currently serving a life sentence for killing of another man, Terry Boyd. Boosie was also accused of paying the hit on Boyd, but was acquitted on all charges. Yes, guys. This is right here, it's real sketchy. Baton Rouge is just a dark city. Just very dark. They say Boosie himself said he never had issues with Kevin Gates. He never had issues with him. The entourage did have a back and forth. I believe they had a fight, a scuffle. We're gonna get to that right there. We're gonna talk about Boosie and Marlo Mike situation right here. They saying Boosie paid this young guy. He almost flipped on him, but he just reneged. A lot of people see him. So when Baton Rouge rapper. So guys, he was an OG in the streets. He was looking up to this guy, Marlo Mike, just being a young 14 years old. His father succumbed to illness and tumor in his brain. And, so Marlo Mike didn't have any father figure, he started staying with his grandparents, Boosie. His dad died, Boosie. And, Boosie was like a big OG to Marlo Mike. Right now, Marlo Mike is 27 years of age, serving life sentence in Angola right now. They still do the chain gang prison like they was in life. With Eddie Murphy. Guys, this is a serious thing right here. I don't know if he paid him or not. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into if he did or not. I'm just reporting the facts of what I'm researching, guys. I'm not putting my own opinion. I'm not saying Boosie did pay him. I'm not saying he did it. So I don't want none of y'all in the comment section saying, "Oh, you the feds." This is what's reported. I'm reporting. I'm just a reporter. This is my opinion, in my humble opinion. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. That's for another day. But he's reportedly did this. He was Boosie became an environment scared bagging with a lot. He had hoop dreams, but he was nice on the court. But he went down drain once he turned to the street. He was rapping on the street with a team. Rap became his therapy. He would actually join the collective concentration camp after being introduced to a member of C-Lock and took him and mentored him in a rap game. Matter of fact, he rapped with the Camp 3 with C-Lock. C-Lock first out in this upcoming rapper was a gang. He dropped a debut song called The Youngest in the Camp, and it was up. And then he released Street Bangers after the first song, For My Thugs. He had UGK, Big Head, Webby. Then he dropped Ghetto Stories. He did with Webby, label mate Trill NT, which Pimp C was the founder of that label. He had Gangsta Music, youngin', but he was. Boosie had the whole streets behind him, man. Boosie was strapped and ready for war, letting it be known only a matter of time before the law targeted him. They finally came when caught Boosie lacking in October 2008. East Baton Rouge Sheriff deputies found a bag of marijuana, a cigar loaded with weed, another unspecified drug, and a gun in the car. He was charged with third offense of marijuana, firearm control, dangerous substance. Yes, the police in Louisiana, they harass you. They goddamn antagonizing you. They always fuck with you. They pull you over any day. You deal with racism in Louisiana. Boosie caught a break, but the judge wasn't let her. He made sure to let Boosie know any slip up, he's applying steady pressure on his top. The judge sent a November sentence date. Only one Boosie stay out of trouble and stay away from drugs, guns, and convicted felon between now and the sentencing. The rapper's rearrested, test positive for drugs, or failed to show up for his November sentencing date. The judge warned the consequences would be harsh. Boosie was given an ankle monitor on house arrest, but the judge was in the cut, and that's a scary sight. Which called violating probation when the judge found out he broke his house arrest. The judge put Boosie away with the quickness and sentenced him to a penitentiary 4 years of his 10-year sentence. Trial is getting out. The cookie was crumbling hit by hit. He was going on the way with 7 kids and 1 on the way. But Boosie was strong. He didn't know hell was about to rain down. In early June 2010, Baton Rouge State Federal Law Enforcement began investigating the sting of Baton Rouge murkings and non-fatal shootings that led to serious incidents. And a hit with Terry, but Boosie was now facing his first-degree murder charge for the 2009 hit. Boosie was snatched up along 8 others involved with a total of 6 murders. It was Boyd, Smith, Jackson, Smith, and Matthews and Dillon. Aside from the 8 other men, one in particular played an important role in Boosie going free, be given the death of a penalty of 17-year-old Marlo Mike. It was no wonder his nickname came from the homicide guru Marlo Stansfield, the show on The Wire. Marlo Mike was so rude that dogs reported him as being, quote, a teen hitman, the mind of a maniac, a rogue gunman haunted by demonic choir voices hollering, kill. Goddamn, Marlo later confessed to 9 bodies, dropping first when he was just 15. Good Lord Almighty. Oh my God, this is a straight demon. Boosie got a song called 187, Marlo in the Mic of the Bala Carlo. He had a tattoo of his chest with Hitman, Boosie Who's Next. This man was ruthless, bro. He was a savage. Oh my goodness, Boosie. I don't know if he did it. Me personally, I think he O.J. Simpson they ass, bro. This is just my opinion. Guys, this is my humble opinion in what I'm reporting. So anybody in the comments, stay out your feelings because you love Boosie. I think he did it. It was by the grace of God, by the Jesus Christ, that he beat these cases. Because this is amazing to me right here, how he beat this. Marlo Mike was the first flipping on Boosie, saying Boosie paid him $2,800 to murk Boy. That put Boosie in a messed up position. The judge probably robbing his hands like rubbing his. Imagine Boy was chilling home watching TV though on the couch when bullets rang through his window, ending his life. Police reports further break the crime. Exact date hit was October 21st, 2009, around half past midnight. A 9mm fired 6 bullets through the first window of Boy's house. We're gonna go some of the lyrics about Boosie. Talk about Marlo Mike. Marlo Mike got a tattoo of this man right now with Hitman Boosie Who's Next. The dumb way. Yo Boosie Who's Next. With another guy right there. Marlo Mike. With Yo Who's Next. He also found a picture of Adrian Pittman getting the AK-47 on his back with the words Who's Next around on the same night. That's right after the murder of Terry Blood. Wow. So these guys are fucking... No way. No fucking way. This is some top tier shit right here. We talk about him in 187. 187 he talked about Marlo Mike. They actually used his trial, his lyrics to show intent to kill. You know, they was using songs to pull this man up. He was a gangster rapper. You know, they were trying to use his court. He was signed to Warner Labels Asylum and serving an 8-year drug smuggling sentence. Reporter Joe Guerin of Baton Rouge advocate filed his current legal problem in Baton Rouge courthouse, where the jury decided whether Boosie hired Michael Marlo Mike Logan to kill a man named Terry Boyd. Describe how prosecutors are trying to use lyrics that Boosie recorded on the night October 20th, less than 2 hours before Ward's fully shot, to establish his intentions. At trial on the Wednesday, the computer forensic expert testified that during the session, Boosie recorded a song called 187, Police Code for Homicide, in which he rapped, "Yo Marlo, he driving at Monte Carlo. I want that nigga dead." These are the songs. 2 minutes later, the expert said Hatch rapped that he was a John Gotti of the South Side and added, "I want that nigga dead today." Just before midnight, he alleged rap, "Please tell him it's from Boosie when you hit that ass." Hit that ass up. 8 minutes after the shooting, Boosie recorded lines for a song called Body Bag Rap. Curtain call, put that nigga brains on the wall. One of Boosie lawyers argued that some of the lyrics were recorded long before that night and that they had been resampled. Rolling Stone, which is conversing trial, knows that defense emphasized that Marlon Mike Loudon had been accused of killing 5 other people, including a good friend of Boosie. Proof Boosie lawyers say that Boosie had no control over Loudon's actions. Kenneth M. Williams, a Louisiana attorney who was following the trial, told that mainly the defense team appeared to be having some success to casting doubt on Boosie's role in the slaying of Boyd. Right now, rap is on trial. Boosie rap music is on trial. And to me, it looks like a long shot that he'll be convicted, Willis said earlier. Boosie had a hell of a lawyer team. My God. My fucking God. Phenomenal lawyer team Boosie had, man. Phenomenal lawyer team. They actually tried to use his lyrics against him. Phenomenal team. I think he said he spent over $250,000 or $500,000 for lawyers. Man, this is amazing. Guys, do not follow this shit at home. What Boosie's doing. Boosie has money. He has resources. He has access to these things. You don't have this shit. So please, guys, don't follow up what the hell these rappers do. Yes, the judge, Mike Irvin, decided the specific words to contain the song 187 can be used by the prosecution against Boosie Torres Hatchet, who accused of the 35-year-old Terry Boyd. Wow. Which includes the line, any nigga who ever tried to play with me, they dead now. And his first verse goes on to refer to Merc and Kate, which Lord was helpfully explained our slang term for murder and money. When the jury listens to the evidence, the song title also refers to Section 187, California Penal Code, which defines murder as a crime. Nevertheless, the judge Irwin ruled that only those 3 slang terms may be used against Boosie, most likely because legally using the entire song would constitute unfair prejudgment. In other words, it would be fairly easy for the jury to hear the song entirely and presuppose the guilt of the wrong reasons. Loudon, the alleged hitman, claimed Boosie paid $2,800. Hatch is currently he was incarcerated in Angola prison, the largest penitentiary in America. Has pleaded not guilty but could face a death penalty. He actually was on death row. Though it wasn't the first time lyrics had been used against him in the court of law. C. Murder changed his rapper name to C. Miller when he unsuccessfully appealed his murder conviction in 2005. He tried and failed again in 2011. An unsigned Brooklyn rapper called Rated R got nailed with his back in 2006. It certainly was the most high profile instance. So Boosie was on trial, on death row for I believe a couple years, 3 years. Man, this is some wicked shit right here, man. This has got to be some demonic Satan shit. I don't know. But man, he pulled off this shit right here. He pulled off one on this one, man. He pulled this shit off, man. The prosecutor offset, okay. In the song Limelight, he also said it was recorded May 20. Some of the lyrics say, if you don't squeeze your trigger, the Reaper come and get you. Ain't no love in my body. Marlon Mike up in the back seat begging for a body. The defense attorney said the prosecution tried to paint Hatch in the negative light. They say none of those songs have anything to do with Boyd homicide. They say the lyrics are from mixtape that had recorded several other artists, and at the time they say the lyrics Hatch used, the lyrics resampled songs were. This was a man who was making music, spending time and energy to develop a persona to sell records. Same as NWA, same way Public Enemy does, same way Johnny Cash did, Jason Williams, one of Hatch's attorneys. The forensic expert also looked at the cell phone prosecutors say belonged to Loudon. They also say that Knight can track the movements based on the GPS tracked on his phone. They say his phone made several calls. They say they cannot tell who was on the phone or what was said, but they do know it was in the vicinity of the murder scene before moving back to Hatch home. When asked by the defense lawyers if any of the calls made from the phone ever called any of the murders used by Hatch, the answer was no. So they didn't have Boosie on the phone calls. So I think that saved his bacon. I don't know if somebody else did it, but that definitely saved his ass. The Demetrolls guys are basically like the cell phone towers that ping calls and they know your location, where your proximity at. The detective Charles Johnson told the jury Tuesday that Hatch was not a suspect in the murder table until the suspect triggerman Michael Bolden said brought up the rapper's name during questioning. Bolden said Hatch was not involved in the murder when he testified. Wow, so he kind of reneged on that shit. He know damn well. No way Boosie did this, man. Boosie is a family man, a loving man. Who knows? Oh man, no way he did this shit, man. No way. This man, goddamn Michael. Man, no way. No way. Ain't no way. So he's 17-year-old serving the life sentence. Loudon, however, recanted his 2010 testimony before a parish grand jury that Hatch ordered and paid for the hit on Boyd. During the Hatch trial, Loudon testified he and Hatch had nothing to do with Boyd's death. Assistant Attorney Dana Cummins Hatch found not guilty. East Baton Rouge Parish jury of 9 women and 3 men found Hatch not guilty of hiring then 17-year-old Michael Marlowe Mike Loudon to kill Boyd in October 2009. The Assistant District Attorney Dana Cummins prosecuted Hatch contends lied to the trial jury. Last month, a different parish jury of 9 women, 3 men convicted Loudon, now 20, of first-degree murder and slaying of Boyd. The jury agreed with who its prosecutors that the killing was a murder for hire. The time Loudon did not take the stand in his own defense. At the Loudon trial, as she did let Hatch trial, Cummins argued that Hatch 30 paid Loudon to assassinate Boyd because Hatch learned from a convicted killer in Louisiana State Penitentiary that Boyd, who had just been released from prison, planned to do Hatch harm. And so this guy was released from prison planning to do Hatch harm. So basically, Marlon Mike reneged. He changed up his story. I guess he was in threat of his life and fear of his family. You know what they say, trick daddy say, fuck niggas get put on ice for the rest of their life. So I guess he didn't want anything bad to happen to his family or whatsoever. So he decided not to do that. He said, in this country we are charged with the crime. You're entitled with the jury trial. And when the jury speaks, you're supposed to respect it. That has to work both ways. You got to respect the decision of the jury that spoke. William said, it does bother me. It's not like I have to stand out. It's not a party to that Loudon case. But I want to object. He had a Torrance family call. They wanted to object. Coming to interview Wednesday, District Attorney reiterated that Loudon lied to the Hatch jury and that Loudon killed Boyd at Hatch behest. We can't change the fact we can present just because it offends. We can't change the fact that we present just because it offends him, she said when complained. Moore also said she does not second guess the office decision to try Hatch before Loudon. We just got the rug pulled from underneath us before trial by witness Loudon, who had been cooperating for 2 years. The district attorney acknowledged just didn't add up. So basically, Loudon refused to speak up against him. He brought up his name in questioning, but then he said no, he ain't had nothing to do with it. So it looked like to me they just wanted somebody. They couldn't get Boosie, so fuck it. They got him. They wanted him. But, he had a good defense team. He had the dream team like OJ did. Elvin Howard, a Baton Rouge police detective who interviewed Loudon several times in May 2010, testified Loudon tried that Loudon implicated Hatch in February 2009 of local up and Hatch in 2000. Oh wow! So let me reread it again. It testified at Loudon's trial that Loudon implicated Hatch in the February 2009 killing of a local up and coming rapper Chris Newsy Jackson and the April 2009 of Marcus Gangster Thomas. Howard said Loudon told him that Hatch paid for both murders. Williams maintained that there's no evidence connecting that Hatch to these murders, Boyd, Jackson, Thomas, or anyone else. The whole concept that he had a reason to do harm to Terry Boyd or these folks just didn't add up. They're just saying Hatch, who pleaded guilty to November 2011, the drug charge was sentenced to 8 years in prison and scheduled to be released from the state penitentiary at Angola in November. Okay, he was released. He was released in 2024. And he got off on probation in June 2028. So this is what happened right now. He beat those cases, shout out to Boosie Boo. This is what happens. Money can get you good loyalty. And Hatch was acquitted on May 11, 2012 of the murder charges. Loudon is awaiting sentence of slam Boyd and faces life in prison. The Supreme Court has barred the execution of juveniles. This man is not even old enough to drink. He's not even legal. And he just threw his life away, Marlo Mike, for basically nothing, man. Just because you looked up to this guy, you idolized this man. He was like your father, your child, and now you basically threw his life away. And he's free and you stuck behind bars. And this man wasn't even old enough to drink, old enough, barely old enough to get his license out here committing these crimes, man. So he beat all those, man. And they said Jackson 33 was shot through a window and he sat on the sofa in the house. An American Thomas 20 was fatally shot behind the wheel of a truck on West McKinney Street. The boy was 35, shot to death behind the window. We sat on the couch in Vermeil Drive. Smith, 19, was fatally shot behind the house on West Matthew Street. Jackson Evans Woodland was shot to death inside a car on Mountain Sun. Loudon told the police that Ghost was with him when Jackson Thomas and Boyd was killed. Cummings said Justin was shot to death January 1st, 2010. His killings remain unsolved. So there's still some killings remain unsolved in this. This man slaughtered these guys. And the other person who was involved with this, Adrian Pittman, testified at Loudon trial, but not at Hatch pleading guilty. But not at the Hatch pleaded guilty to November to manslaughter and Boyd's death. Pittman was sentenced to Thursday to 20 years in prison. And he's charged with Jackson, Thomas, and Smith. And 3 others, Reginald Youngblood, Kendrick Johnson, Ryan, all charged 2 counts of first-degree murder apiece, killing the Matthews. And Loudon told the police if he was a getaway driver in the double slam, Moore and said Loudon deserved a life sentence or a significant number of years, and the boy killed him. If Loudon receives such a sentence, the district attorney, I don't see us trying him because he would have a waste of time and effort. So, guys, he threw his life away. Crime don't pay. But if you got anything from the video, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm out.